Hello to all my friends out there. So today I was doing flower arrangements. I thought you guys would like to see them. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. It's getting festive at my house. I hope it's getting festive at yours. Okay, keep stockpiling food. Why? 1 or 2 cans or packages. That's enough. We have time. The end of the world isn't coming anytime soon that I know of. Okay, so first thing, artificial floral designs. Some of the Dollar Trees will be closing. That might be a good time to stockpile up on maybe some craft stuff if they mark it down. Out here, some of the Dollar Trees are looking pretty picked over. So I wouldn't be surprised if they close down. So that's a bad sign because that leads to loss of jobs. So we hear restaurants, we hear Target even, Walmart's closing. Everywhere we go, there's a kiosk. That's loss of jobs. So we want to keep stockpiling a little while. Okay, so today, my poor birds, I never went to bed last night. So about 8 o'clock, I went out and I fixed my garden up so I could get ready to plant it. If you would like to see the family art, the garden, and the floral designs, go to all one word, Stone, S-T-O-N-E, 619-2008. Everyone is welcome to follow me on Instagram, also Rhoda Stone X. So I want to mention this. Okay, you know, I didn't know you're supposed to cover your seeds with a baggie. So I've been growing these. I've been sprouting these. Look at this, you guys. They're all ready to go. They need to be planted. It's only been 4 or 5 days. I can't believe this. I can't believe I didn't know to put them. You just put them in a baggie and then put them in a windowsill. So all I need now to do is I need to get more dirt from the mountain, and I need to, like, by hand remove the crabgrass because that stuff's relentless and it choked my plants out last year. Also, I have a lot of bricks, so I set up like little, I made like little ledges, 3-tier, to put potted plants on this year. I'll show you what I bought today at Walmart. This is a grapevine. They're very cheap, $6.97. It says 1 root. This one looks better than the one I've been growing for over a year, but my grapevine survived the hurricane. So I want to work on the garden. Okay, so now I want to tell you guys what I'm going to be making for St. Patrick's Day. And this is all out of the stockpile. So if you don't have a stockpile and you know you need some food, okay, I have a can of corned beef, any kind. I'm not having cabbage because a whole head of cabbage is a lot. But I bought this really good sauerkraut. I think I bought this at Walmart. And I'll put a little beef bouillon cubes and maybe some dry onions. And I'll put my corned beef and bake it. And then I'll make some kind of potatoes. So I always have potatoes in my stockpile. So I might have some vegetables, we'll see. One of the things I will make tomorrow is pickles. And okay, I want to mention something about the pickles. I have a good pickle recipe. Look at this great brine I found at Walmart. It was really cheap, pickling spice. But if you don't have any, but you do need like pickles or zucchini. But I found out that I like the zucchini brine much better than my recipe, or any recipe. But anyway, homemade pickles. Just wash your pickles good with water. put cucumbers in a bowl and sprinkle with water and rinse them a few times, and then wash good in water. I peel most of the skin off to remove wax and insecticide. Then I'm gonna make cucumber spears, but you can also make slices. Put thinly sliced cucumbers and onion, if you have fresh, that's awesome, in a bowl, and sprinkle with salt and garlic pepper to taste. I use this coarse, it's supposed to be non-iodine, but I use this one because I make refrigerator pickles. So you just let the pickles set while you make the brine, and all you do is heat 2 cups vinegar, 2 cups water, 1 tablespoon pickling sauce, and 1/2 cup sugar. You bring that to boiling, and then you put the cucumbers in a jar and cover them with your vinegar. But what I do is I just cover them in the bowl, and then when they cool, I put them in the jar. So I'll give you that in a minute. Okay, here is the, what did I do with that? Zucchini pickles. 2 1/2 cup water, 1 cup distilled vinegar, 1/4 cup sugar, 2 tablespoons coarse salt, and then chili powder, garlic, and pepper. So let me give you both of these in case, you know, you want to make yourself a little Irish dinner. You can make yourself some homemade pickles, and then you can have those for the holiday, but you can also have those for next week. You get used to the, I'm eating all kinds of pickling. Oh, it took me the longest time to find a zucchini. So if you want to use zucchini, here it is. And I like this brine the best so far. Pending change. Okay, so there we have that. I want to get my recipes out there for you guys. Hello to all the new followers. Then I want to make a fruit salad because I almost always make a fruit salad. I might make Jell-O. I heard the only ones who still like, you know, I mentioned to you guys that that the taste of the public is changing. And so it turns out that the only people who really still love Jell-O is the people in Utah, the Mormons. I go, oh, well, but I will make some kind of fruit salad. I might make Jell-O with fruit cocktail and mini marshmallows, or I might use some, I have some coconut. I want to show these because I was watching videos in other languages, and I could figure out this much is about enough for a good little batch of coconut milk. And then I have some mangoes. I might put those in it. I also store mangoes canned. Those are good if you want to eat rice. And then in here, there's enough walnuts for my salad. If I do that, I'm sort of leaning towards Jell-O because I love Jell-O, and I don't eat Jell-O that much. I don't know why. I love it. Okay, and then I want to make some Irish soda bread. I'll give you my recipe. Okay, Irish soda bread is soda, baking soda. 2 cups unsifted flour, 2 tablespoons sugar, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon salt. If you don't have baking soda and baking powder, I'm sure you could just double the one you had. 3 tablespoons butter or margarine softened, 1/4 cup raisins. So if you buy this trail mix, you're always going to have raisins, and then you're going to have nuts, and then you're going to have dry fruit to put in your oatmeal. 1 cup buttermilk. I just use any kind of milk, and add 2 tablespoons of vinegar, and it'll curdle, and 1 tablespoon of melted butter. So let me give you the recipe. The melted butter is for putting on top of the bread. Mix all the dry ingredients, make a well, and mix it together, knead it a little bit, and bake yourself a nice loaf. You can use any kind of these dry fruits, would be good. Okay, and then I am going to make some Scotch shortbread. 2 sticks butter. I make my own butter, so like a lot of butter doesn't bother me, because I found if I buy the heavy cream at Smart and Final, I get like 10 cubes of butter. I just blend it in my blender, and then when it separates, I just strain it, and then I press it into a big square, and I cut cubes, and then I usually get quite a bit of milk that I could use in my Irish soda bread, except I drank it all. 1/2 cup powdered sugar, 2 cups flour, 1/8 teaspoon salt, and 1/4 teaspoon baking powder. I usually add about 1/2 teaspoon because 1/4 is a little scanty. And like I roll them pretty thick, and I usually cut them in circles and bake 350 approximately 20 minutes, sprinkle with powdered sugar. So this is a good recipe, because pretty soon you're going to have all this stuff in your house to make yourself some nice food at all times. Also, another thing, I bought these prenatal vitamins. You know, I started taking more vitamins because I kept getting these. I bought these at Dollar Tree for 50 cents. Now this wasn't the cheapest thing I ever bought, but in keeping with the festivities, I bought this for my Irish soda bread, and I'll put some frosting on those tomorrow. So that is for the holiday, because I have to be festive. Also, I wanted to mention, if you freeze your iced tea, and you have these canning jars, this is a big gulp of iced tea I made. And then also at one point I stockpiled this 50/50 iced tea and lemonade. Someone said probably the tea is giving you insomnia. Anything I drink, as long as it's not Diet Coke, is a win for me. Today I was drinking Diet Coke, and it tasted so delicious. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, I cannot drink the stuff. Okay, I bought this lovely shirt for the gym because it was $8 from Walmart. I needed clothes. I went to the thrift store, and all the clothes last week were really, really, really bad. And I thought, well, just buy 1 or 2 shirts and wait for some shirts to come into the thrift store, because at $8, it wouldn't make any sense to buy a used blouse for $5.99. Okay, so so now why should we keep stockpiling? Inflation on food, gas, and utilities is expected. Why? Because if they're going to dispense a UBI, Universal Basic Income, it's like the COVID release. That COVID release were good. People spent it. They stimulated the economy. China was happy. No, just kidding. Okay, now keep this in mind if we should get this. I don't know if it'll be forever. I don't see how that makes sense, but we have to wait and see. Consumerism, the theory that individuals who consume goods and services in large quantities will be better off. Well, that's what the Americans did. They bought flat screen TVs. They bought all manner of amusements. I didn't. I bought a roof for the bonus room. Okay, that was smart. Okay, so now we can also expect, well, we were just talking about this. Service jobs are going to be cut. So any service is going to cost you more. Fast food. Okay, the fast food is climbing because the kiosks have to be paid for, you guys. They're not for free. The robots cost. Okay, there's slowing of spending. They're admitting that. That's partly to do with why these businesses are closing. People are just not spending. I haven't been spending since the COVID. the minute I heard that, I quit spending, and I'm not the only one. So if you're a senior citizen, you're probably like me going, forget you. Okay, slower, they're saying perhaps we're going to get a lower standard of living, possibly, but I'm trying to avoid that. This week, you guys saw me, I stocked up on extra food because being a senior citizen with very little money, I thought I cannot afford to like say, oh, they're going to save me with some universal income. I'd say the universal basic income would go to people who have no jobs and no incomes whatsoever, but we have to wait and see on that. Okay, now what is causing the food in the restaurants to spike, or what is causing them to go out of business? Well, one thing is the utilities, but meat, dairy, eggs, and grain. So what should we do? Well, what I'm doing is I'm buying and eating as much storable food as I showed you. So the food I just showed you is storable food. I'm able to go in there and get my food out of my stockpile. So now we need water, food, shelter, and heat. So the best thing to buy is storable food. Just buy, don't spend a lot of money. Just buy a couple each week. I've been doing the Dave Ramsey, and this week another credit card was paid off. If I get a universal basic income, I'm not taking the whole thing and paying off my debts. What I've been doing is I've just been slowly but surely paying them. I got 2 paid off just in time for this, whatever you want to call it. All my credit is pretty much available. Okay, now I want to give you an example. So I'm not saying go crazy. I don't think anybody should do that. What I wanted to do when I bought the extra food is I just wanted to back up my basic food. So I'll show you some examples. Okay, I bought this soup one time, 50% off. So how about, but these large cans of soup can be gotten, the Walmart brand's good. Then I got a box of crackers. Now, if Dollar Tree goes out, these were $1.25, bonus package, 20%. No, these packages are smaller, but that's still a good price. So, okay. Then, how about a can of pork and beans and a package of cornbread? So the point is like when you're getting this storable food, if you don't like pork and beans, get chili, because beans are a really good thing to store if you have a little Spam or hot dogs, you know. Also, you can put your pork and beans on some toast with some eggs. That's good. Okay, today I bought this coconut. Any kind of milk is good. $1.64 is actually a pretty good price, but now that we know how to make coconut milk, this is really important to know. Now, sweetened coconut is good for coconut milk if you want to put it on curry. All you do is, I just started boiling this, say about a half a cup in 1 cup water, and then I bring it to a boil in the microwave, sometimes on the stove. And then once it boils, I just let it cool. I put it in the blender, and I just blend and blend and blend until it's liquid. And then I add 1 cup of water. And then there'll be a coagulation at the bottom. Save that, and you can get another cup. Okay, how about a nice big can of fruit, like vitamin C fruit? How about a can of tuna? And what I like to do is eat, I really like to eat this. I eat crackers. I make tuna, you know, with relish and mayonnaise. And then I eat cheese and homemade peanut butter on my crackers. And then I drink tea. And then how about a Dollar Tree box of tea? It's very late, you guys. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Yes, that's the way us insomniacs roll. And don't forget, very little sleep last night. But that is okay. I'll sleep when I'm done being awake. Okay, now. Start eating all the food in the house. Why? Because then it allows you to save a little money, and then you can buy some fresh food so that if you really need your food is all fresh. I don't like the idea of some expired old food when times are hard anyway. That just makes life entirely miserable. Okay, try to plant a garden. And so if you don't have any money, save your seeds out of your food. This year I saved almost all the seeds out of my food, and I'm going to be planting it in my backyard. You can go to my Instagram and see I'm all banged up from this morning. Get some dirt, and I get my dirt. I never pay for dirt. Are you kidding? Actually, it's such a hassle, but I get dirt from the mountain, and then I'm gonna, fix my backyard up, and I will show you guys there's been years I've had such awesome gardens. That wasn't last year. I guess you would say it was crop failure. So, okay, that's mainly what I have to say. I want to mention this. I don't remember mentioning this. Make a list of items you generally run out of. So like me, one of the things I'm always running out of is dish soap, SOS pads. It seems like I never buy enough toilet paper, stuff like that. Also, start being really careful with all your resources, with the idea that I'm either going to give them away or I'm going to sell them. So this week I got a 3-tier pot, and I got a nice office chair somebody left. Now that is the kind of stuff, a lot of times the first thing I ever sell is the junk I got free. Or else I load it in my car and take it to my thrift store that I go to all the time. And make sure you stock up on water. Okay, I want to mention this lunch. Okay, lunch. You can live, if you had one meal, this would be the one you'd want to do. A sandwich with a small fruit or a small vegetable. So one of the reasons I'm not cooking is because last month I bought a bunch of these sandwiches at Walmart, marked down, and I cut them in 3 pieces. Here it is. It was some kind of Hero sandwich, and so I got it for about $6, and then I could have had some chips, but I didn't. Okay, but think about cheese and bread, like a grilled cheese sandwich. Egg salad sandwich is really good, or fried egg sandwich is good. Lunch meat and cheese. I've been eating probably, maybe after the video, I'm going to make a bologna and cheese sandwich. I don't suffer eating sandwiches. And then a couple of cookies. And so what I like to do is like, what's going to happen when Dollar Tree goes out? I buy 6 boxes of cookies, and so then I can get a couple cookies. Okay, I want to mention one thing, jail food. So you might be thinking, why even think about jail food? Well, because they want to give you balanced meals in jail, but cost-effective meals. Chicken, hamburgers, hot dogs, lasagna, burritos, tacos, and fish patties. And then add to these cheap meats rice, potatoes, and beans. The universal soap is Zote soap. So I'm going to be getting a few of those in case of some emergency. And then I mentioned to you yesterday that I bought, it was $38 food. I got $5 off. This is Grocery Outlet. And I saved $45. So I saved, it was $55 on 45, and I paid $45. So I got $100 worth of food by doing markdown shopping. I probably wouldn't have bought as much stuff if I hadn't known I was going for crackers, I was going for canned food, I was going for nuts, I was going for dry fruit. Okay, and then if you have the McDonald's app, I do this thing accept all freebies. So if I have free food on McDonald's, why wouldn't I get my free hamburger today? Well, because I was busy, okay? But fries, hamburgers, I get nuggets, I get ice creams, I get apple pies. Why not pick them up? Okay, I wanted to mention that. I know I have a lot of new followers. That makes me nothing but, you know what makes me really happy is because I mentioned to you yesterday, there's no way to calculate how valuable one good tip is. Like a lot of the stuff I do, I was a little kid and I saw my grandmother and aunts doing it. And they didn't say, hey, Ruthie, look at this, look what we're, no, that's, you know, we were just hanging around. Also, it's very valuable to store nuts. So you can make peanut butter and you can make nut butter and you can make nut milk. I was watching food bank hauls from Russia, and it's almost a lot like ours, but it must be state funded because it was very, I don't know what I did with that video. It was a lot like the one I did that I showed you. Okay, now, let's see, is there anything else I want to mention? You know, I'm trying to find meals, vegetarian meals. We know they want us to eat less meat. And so there's been some predictions that, you know, possibly something could happen with the meat that will cause us all to shun the meat. That's one reason I want to pack my house full of meat now. So think about this for this stockpiling. Here's what I bought, I think it was last month. 2 boxes cereal, any kind, 4 cans fruit, the big ones, 4 cans vegetables, the big ones are the best, 4 cans beans, and 2 large jars of pickled food. All right, I want to mention this sardines and rice. Okay, I buy really good sardines, 7 ounces at Aldi's because they have the German food and the German chocolate, you guys. But if you have the sardines, I usually get Louisiana hot sauce, but mustard is good too for eating on crackers. That's another reason I want the crackers. But you make your rice, you get your coconut milk, and you add sugar, and then you put mangoes. And I don't know why that is a good thing to know if something happens. Okay, I want to mention grits. I buy the individual packages and then I just make like a couple of sausages. I want to show you guys the sausages I bought, if I can. Here they are. So you have grits, and I bought these sausages marked down, and an egg, and that is a really good, or it can be hot dogs, or it can be sausages. What I do is I wait around, I lurk. See these great sausages? I got them very cheap. One sausage is enough. It'll get you by. So you start getting these hot habits, and so you're not going to be going without food. How about muffins and hot tea? How about a large order of fries with ketchup? All the vegetarians, that's what they used to eat. When I went to McDonald's, they go, can you get me a large order of fries? How about peanut butter, toast, and an egg? So what we want to do is just locate one cheap meal at a time that we can eat and get by. Fry bread and tea. That's what, today I ate the leftover fry breads with tea. Navajo fry breads. Okay. Okay, I want to mention fruit bread. Okay, I make applesauce bread. That is why I made this I saved this applesauce. So you might be thinking, shouldn't you be more careful with your canned food and your frozen food? Yeah, but it's good enough. It's going to be baked. I can make applesauce bread. I can make pumpkin bread. I can make zucchini bread. I can make raisin bread. So that's going to give you a little bit of fruit in your diet. Also, if you get Greek yogurt, it's very easy to make yogurt. I might make some this week with my pickles. That would be good. Try to buy forever things. So like the thing about like your brass bowls or your metal furniture is then you can going back to either give it away or sell it. Okay, and now what I'm doing, this is one reason I'm doing flowers. These are so cheery, you guys. I just bought this vase so cheap at the thrift store about a week ago. I'm not buying this month in the thrift store. I'm staying out of the thrift stores. I'm not really spending much money. I have enough stuff now for a while. Another thing I'm doing is I'm cutting all the utilities. So you might be thinking, why do you keep reminding us of all the same things? Because it's easy to forget. How about toast with deviled ham and an egg? That's a good one. Rice pudding, if you have rice. Okay, I want to mention my fried rice. Fry 2 pieces of bacon to generate bacon fat. Then refry your rice and then add vegetables and then push the stuff over to one side. You can also, if you don't want to do bacon, a lot of people, you can use ham. Or if you're a vegetarian, just use scrambled eggs. And then scramble it all together, add salt, pepper, and sugar, and then I hope you have soy sauce. Okay. From what I heard, I understand the basic income shouldn't disrupt your food stamps or your EBT either. I want to mention tuna casserole. I get those Alfredo packages or macaroni cheese and just add tuna. Okay, I buy like pies from McDonald's. I bought crumbles, and those were good at Dollar Tree. I'm going to stock up on some of those before they go out of business. And the M&M brownies, those were really good. Walmart has those too, but they're $3. Okay, so my toe hurts so bad I dropped a brick on it. And about a week ago, I fell off the stool and I couldn't do the treadmill. Another thing is you can think about the day you don't, like say if I don't spend any money, and if I spend say $10 a day, the next day I have $20. And then if I don't spend that, the next day I have $30. So that helps a little. Also, the stockpiling is best done little by little. The money saving is best done. The credit repayment is best done. I think about credit, people go, oh, well, you're paying all that interest. Well, I think it's a lot worse to wipe yourself out so that you're going around with no money in the bank. That's just scary. Here's one of these are the kind of bracelets I sell at the swap meet. See this little pin? I've had this since I went to college. So I'm 70 years old, and I think I was about 19. I don't get rid of anything. And a true pack rat never changes, because then they say to themselves, well, I wouldn't have this pin if I got rid of it. All right. Now another thing that's a good thing to do is make big pots of food and homemade bread and eat it until it's gone. Don't freeze it, just eat it until it's gone. So you might be eating the same thing 2-3 days in a row, but what I do is I say my prayers, and this is a family prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thankful for this food, bless it in the name of Jesus Christ, amen. And when you do that all the time, and my brother was always so dramatic, if you don't say it, you'll choke to death. But you should be grateful if you have a nice house, and you've got a car, and you got money, and you've got pets. Those are nice. Okay, now today, I noticed when I was at the Walmart that they closed all of the lines except for 4, and one of the guys was really getting exasperated too. And I think it's because they're keeping a very close eye on the consumers for shoplifting. So, now think about this. Bacon, eggs, cheese, tuna, sausage, frozen pizza, breakfast sandwiches. I think the best price is 2 for, I think it's $3.99 at McDonald's. Frozen pizza, chicken legs, canned salmon, and Spam. Also, I was really lucky. Last month, I got some Black Label bacon, but I can't remember where I got it, and I can't find it again. Also, another thing is start preparing a little bit. Like, I had that stuff in the stockpile for a long time, but start preparing. I think maybe the next one's the 4th of July, unless I'm forgetting something. Start preparing a little bit at a time. Otherwise, your holidays, depending how lavish you're going to go, it's going to cost you at least $50. So you want to eliminate all of that. Another thing, don't forget potatoes and gravy, or a big pile of fries, or mashed potatoes, or hash browns. Don't forget. I've always eaten more potatoes than rice. A lot of people eat sweet potatoes, but out here sweet potatoes are more expensive. Okay, here's one: top ramen and French fries. Like, if you're really broke, make a big pile of French fries to go with your top ramen. Or you can put an egg on your top ramen, or you can put Vienna sausages in your top ramen. So I wanted to mention that. Also, I'd be stocking up every so often, just like the goods, one or two over-the-counter. Like I used Benadryl, the vitamins, all kinds of salves, peroxide, bleach, that sort of a thing. Another thing is muffins, French toast, and pancakes. Today they had griddles for $19 at Walmart, and I used mine so much I burned it out. So I'm thinking about buying another one, but I think maybe at this time, if I was going to be spending money, it would be better to buy canned meat or something like that to protect my future. Especially if you're a senior. Probably all the senior women are like me, going, no. Okay, I like those complete boxes of spaghetti. You get them at Walmart. They have the spaghetti. They have the spaghetti sauce, and then I grind 1 can of stewed tomatoes, and I add that to the spaghetti, and they give you the cheese too. And that gives you a nice big meal. And also I want to mention my macaroni and cheese. Melt a little butter or margarine in a pan, sprinkle with flour, stir it just to cook the raw taste, and start adding milk little by little by little, and then start adding cheese and get a nice cheesy sauce, and then add your macaroni. And it's very easy to do, and you might go to a pantry where you give these big blocks of cheese. So back to the pots of food. Beef stew, chili, and beans are good ones. Well, I'd say whatever we do, keep stockpiling. Stop spending, but keep stockpiling a little food. People are doing that. That's why there's retractions. That's why they want to give us the UBI and encourage us, don't spend it unless you want to buy a little extra food, because you know you're going to eat the food, so you're not wasting your money. If you buy food, you're just saving money in the future. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and there's never a break, not even a holiday, from the Stockpile. God bless you all.